Right here is the best black athlete in the world.
Back in 1986, Jimmy Valiant and Pez Wally had a feud, and it turned racial fast.
I'm gonna tell you what, Jimmy Valiant, ain't nothing I hate worse than a black Uncle Tom. It's a white Uncle Tom. And I spit on the hunky and I let him know that not only am I the best black wrestler around, I'm the best white one, the best Chinese one, the best Japanese.
He was no longer just Pez. They had this man dressed like a butler.
All you hillbillies out there, get ready. The boss right here. Is it gonna get you?
Booker T stole his line.
Let me tell you something, Jimmy Valiant. Who's zooming? Who's sucker?
My name is Shaka, spelled with a K, sucker. Sucker.
Can you dig that, sucker?
Sucker.
Yokozuna, the 500-pound sumo monster from Japan. Except he wasn't from Japan. Not even close. He was a Samoan from California named Rodney. But Vince McMahon saw him and said, put him in the mawashi. Give him the bonsai drop and boom, he's Japanese now. This is how wrestling worked back then. Didn't matter who you really were. It was about what stereotype you could play. Meanwhile, actual Japanese wrestlers rarely got the spotlight. And black wrestlers, well, they were comic relief. Or invisible. Just like how John Cena got famous off of a gimmick that looked a whole lot like R-Truth style, but R-Truth never got the same push. Yokozuna's whole legacy is complicated. He was great in the ring, no question, but the fact that the most iconic Japanese champion in WWE history wasn't even Japanese says more about the system than it does about him. The Dully Boys were legends, but when you look at the way WWE booked them, it didn't feel like a brotherhood, it felt like a plantation. Bubba Ray gave orders.
Devon, get the table.
And what did Devon say?
Oh, my brother, testify.
But testified to what? That he was a sidekick, the muscle? That the brotherhood was just a gimmick to high hierarchy? Devon had no voice, just that one line. He was jumping off top ropes head first while Bubba stood in the spotlight.
Devon drove his head south of the belt line.
Devon didn't get to speak, he got to obey. And the more WWE reminded us that they were brothers, the more obvious it became. Same name, but not the same respect. Devon was treated like the servant. Bubba was the boss. They called it tag team wrestling, but it felt like WWE was rerunning an old American script. That's not brotherhood, that's branding black silence. We're not letting this stuff slide anymore. In 1981, Hogan said this.
Tony Atlas, you ain't nothing but a souped-up spider monkey, boy. And I'm gonna make you say Uncle Tom in front of everybody, boy. Enough of this brown clown here.
Fast forward to years later, he gets caught on tape using the N-word.
I've got racist to a point. You know, fucking weird. Then when it comes to nice people.
And saying he doesn't want his daughter dating a black man, which I can understand that. But shortly after that, Tony Atlas is on an interview saying,
Hogan don't have a racist bone nowhere in his body.
and here's the twist, I grew up liking Hogan. As a kid, I didn't know any better. Hogan was wrestling, but I'm black, so now I look back at those promos,
You ain't nothing but a souped-up spider monkey, boy.
and it feels weird. And I get it, Tony Atlas had to survive in this business. But man, this is why being a black fan of wrestling can feel like cheering for people who would never cheer for you. Before John Cena ever picked up a mic, there was R-Truth. He was black, original, and overlooked. Then comes John Cena rapping the same way, dressing the same way, talking the same way, but he's white. So instead of being ignored, he becomes a legend. R-Truth never got that same respect. They made him a joke.
All y'all been against me.
And when he finally spoke out, he said it plain. To win in this industry, I gotta be a
Good R-Truth now.
good boy, a safe black. Now John Cena turns heel, a low blow, a pin, and just like that, Truth is released from the WWE. Storyline or not, is symbolism.
These people here make sure that it's all about John Cena.
White man takes the culture, becomes a hero. Black man creates it, get tossed aside. Dusty did it in the 70s, Hogan in the 80s, Cena in the 2000s, and WWE profits every time. Y'all gonna keep pretending like this ain't what it looks like? Samoan wrestlers have been eating off black culture for years, while actual black wrestlers get left behind. They talk black.
Hey, don't get it twisted now, Brian. They don't make them like me no more.
Walk black. Wrestle with that I'm from the streets energy. But here's the truth. None of them are black. Not Roman, not Jey, not Fatu, only The Rock. And he even leaned into it when it was convenient. When black wrestlers be themselves, when they bring that same energy, WWE calls it a gimmick. They get clowned, laughed at, and pushed to comedy. But when non-black wrestlers do it, it's cool, edgy, main event worthy.
See, I'm off the scale with it. All raw, uncut with it.
It's not new, it's just never called out. Black wrestlers can't even play the stereotypical black character without getting buried. But if you're Samoan, white, or anything else, act black all you want, WWE, they will put the title on you. They don't hate stereotypes. They just hate when the stereotype is actually black. When Jey Uso became main event Jey, everybody praised the new look, the solo energy, and the breakout charisma. But let's be honest, didn't Montez Ford already pave that lane?
Rub my ashy feet. He ain't been treating them like no bloodline or cousins. He been treating them like his bloodline bitches.
Look, long before Jey stood alone in the spotlight, Montez was rocking the gold double chain look, walking with swagger, dripping confidence, and giving you top-tier mic work and athleticism. The style, Montez had it first. The solo presence, Montez had it in every match. The only difference is Jey got the push. WWE gave Jey the storyline, the emotion, and the investment, and it worked. But you can't ignore that Montez had all the tools and never got the same green light. This isn't hate, it's just accountability. Montez Ford could have been a main eventer yesterday. WWE just hasn't cashed in on the star they already have. Dusty Rhodes became a legend in the 1970s Florida territory. But what if I told you he built his legacy on a gimmick he stole from a black man? I know. Before Dusty was the common man, before the list, the shuffle, the jive talk, that was Rufus R. Jones.
But that Rufus Jones gonna be strutting, and gonna be stepping, gonna be looking good, and people gonna be hollering and screaming, and I'm gonna be getting down, brother.
A black wrestler who connected with black fans because he was real, hardworking, raw, and authentic. But here's the twist. Rufus was not a great talker at all. So what did Dusty do? He told the bookers, I'll be that black star you're looking for, baby.
It's the first time it's been done with soul.
He became the shuck and jive, soul-talking white man. Same act, different face. And guess who got fired shortly after? Rufus.
There's only one thing that needs to be said. It's done with soul.